This is the Polestar 3 and it's a very important car for Polestar. We've had the one already, which was a really interesting 2+2 coupe, but really the volume model has been the Polestar 2, and now this car is going to arrive. This is a 5-seat SUV that's going to have quite a lot of competition. Things like the BMW X6, Range Rover Sport, to name just a few. At 4.9 meters long, it's a big car too. Apart from the Polestar 5, which is coming in a couple of years' time, the company has said this is the largest model it intends to produce. It has a very distinctive front end, crowned with these signature daytime running lights, but inside you've got advanced LED matrix technology with 1.3 million mirrors inside, and that helps distribute light across the road, meaning you can drive along and have high beams on without dazzling any other road users. Very smart technology, especially if you live in dark or rural areas. But there's a lot more technology around the front of this car, and Polestar is accepting all of it. It's not trying to hide it away behind anything. You've got the smart zone here at the front. This is a key part of the Polestar 3's driver assistance systems, which in time will include semi-autonomous level 3 driving. You've got this sensor cluster here, cameras, there's radars. You can even see up close that there's heating elements in here to stop any snow building up. And there's also this inlet here. This allows air to come all the way in, out through the bonnet and up over the windscreen. It makes the car more aerodynamic and improves driving range. Powering the Polestar 3 is a massive 111 kilowatt hour battery, a net of 108 kilowatt hours, and that's enough for up to 610 kilometers of driving range in WLTP certification. That gives it a really good advantage over some of the other electric cars on the market at the moment. From launch, there will be two different versions available. The standard model has 489 horsepower and 840 newton meters, and that's enough for a 0 to 100 acceleration time of 5 seconds. But the performance pack increases that power to 517 horsepower and 910 newton meters of torque. It shaves 0.3 of a second off the 0 to 100 time, but does drop the range slightly to 580 kilometers. Now, unlike the Volvo EX90, which is very soon to make its debut and which shares a lot of the same platform as this car is only going to be a 5-seater, and that's kind of reflected in how the car is shaped. You see how it comes right the way across the back. You've got this gently sloping roofline that adds to the aerodynamics, and you've got this spoiler at the back which air can channel in under and out through the back. It means you've got a generous amount of headroom in the back here without losing out any passenger space. And around the rear, it's equally as practical as it is distinctive. Similar to the Polestar 2, you have these full width light bar that goes all the way across. It gives it a very distinctive look, and when you approach the car, it has a very unusual and attractive light animation that plays. In terms of the boot space, well, there's a fair bit of space available, up to 484 litres. You've also got another 90 litres that can be under the floor, and you have a total space of 1,411 litres. And being fully electric means you also have an extra 32 litres under the bonnet at the front, ideal for stowing away your charging cables. Speaking of charging, the Polestar 3 is capable of rapid charging, up to 250 kilowatts, meaning it's very quick to top up the battery on the move. Now, the interior is very impressive, very minimalist, as you might expect from a brand like Polestar, but it's ultra modern inside. You've got a new shape steering wheel. It's a new design with these gloss black buttons on the front. You've all new switchgear, including your drive selector here on the right. In front of you, there's an 8-inch digital display, and you have this huge 14.5-inch portrait-style touchscreen display. This runs a Google operating system, and it's powered by NVIDIA chips, so it's very, very powerful, and it's embedded into the car thanks to that Google integration as well with the car. For example, you can have a readout of how much range you will have left when you reach your destination, or if you need to charge along the way, it can do all of that stuff very, very easily. There's also a lot of safety features in here. Apart from the usual stuff as you might expect, there's also two different driver monitoring cameras. One right in front of the dashboard display and another up here on top of the dashboard. The whole idea is to make sure that you're concentrating on the road and not looking down at your phone. If, for example, you had, say, a medical emergency, it can detect that and it can slowly stop the car in a safe manner. And it really is a clutter-free design in here. You've got a couple of cup holders in here, and obviously there's a decent amount of storage under the armrest. You've a wireless charging pad here for your phone, and there's even two USB-C ports in between this storage area. But overall, the materials and look is very clean, very simple. You've got this natural wood pour finish here, but there are other versions available, and you have this really thin LED line, and this runs all the way through the car, even into the back. Even though there's a lot of sustainable materials, there is going to be a leather option, but it's all going to be certified as well to ensure it comes from sustainable sources. By sticking to a strict 5-seat layout, it means I've loads of legroom here, really good amounts of headroom here as well, even with this glass panel roof. And for reference, I'm about 5'9", so you can see how much space I have. The middle seat is nice and wide as well, so people aren't going to lose out, and being electric means there's a fully flat floor. So that's our first look at this rather impressive Polestar 3. It's due to arrive in Q3 of next year, and first deliveries will begin late that year or early 2024. If you want to know more about this car, head over to our website. It's CompleteCar.ie. You'll find it linked in the description below, and it's a great resource for finding out your next new car.